Hello, afternoon. Looks gloomy, sorry. Why does it look gloomy? Ah well, afternoon, how are you all? Here's second video today. I did an unboxing today. It was this box. I unboxed this box. And there was lots of fun things inside it. Go check it out. This is one of the fun things inside it. The piece of paper tells me how much everything was. And tissue paper, because who doesn't like tissue paper? But anyway, I'm distracting myself. Mug. This is a big mug. And now I am distracting myself. There it is. New hoodie as well. Which is a little tight. Plus it's got that, I'm a new item of clothing and I've got special coating on me smell. Which is a bit weird. But it's okay. I'm not reacting badly to it. And I'm keeping my hood up because if I pull it down, my hair looks terrible. Yeah, that's not too bad. I've got, definitely getting a widow's peak. It's like that little strainy bit of hair. So what was out there? I don't know. Anyway, that's enough waffle. How are you? I've got a book. It has questions. Should we answer one? Yes, why not? That's what we're all here for after all. Okay, getting to the deep and philosophical now. See, okay, now this is similar to one I've kind of already answered. What person has had the biggest influence on who you are today? The previous question was, of course, who inspires you? So I'll actually... Yes, I will put a link to the inspiration. I haven't cross-linked these before, like any of these previous videos, but since these two are kind of related to one another, excuse me, I figured I might as well, you know, I'll link it down below. But who do I think is responsible for the person I am? Again, I think if this was a kid answering this, I'd probably say, oh, my parents, or this teacher, or that, you know, coach, or yeah, or whoever. Grandmother. Well, my grandparents are dead. Oh well. It's not all of them are dead, I mean, such is life. But as an adult, well, even as a kid, it's like, there is no one person who made you, you. I mean, technically, if you get into basic biology, there's at least two people that made you, you. Your parents, your mother and your father. Even if we assume that for whatever reason they, you know, one or the other isn't part of your life, it was still two people that made you. So there's that. But the person I am today, literally today, okay, I've got two answers. One would be sort of reference back to the inspiration video, which would be, say, probably Aaron. I mean, yeah, himself has, you know, we've been living together for ages, and obviously my reactions to how he... I don't want to say that himself can sometimes be negative, but he isn't always nurturing, if that makes sense. Even with this, he's just like, oh, well, it's just videos, why should I care? Or why don't you do more with it? Because he's always been the type of person that if he's doing a thing, he thinks everyone should be doing a thing. And I don't find that kind of attitude constructive, because I'm not always interested in doing his thing, and he shows very little interest in doing mine. I mean, occasionally I can get him to watch a film with me, but he won't go to the cinema. I can't remember the last time we went. Actually, the last time I went's been a while, but that's because I've been ill, Adam's been working, and then he got ill, so... Busy, basically. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. But Aaron, more specifically, has, over the last couple of years, a year and a bit, 2 years and a bit, yeah, over 2 years, of us being friends, has been more encouraging and more, I'll say helpful? Is that the right word? Certainly more positive. You know, I know that I can discuss silly ideas with Aaron, or just post things, and he'll be like, oh, that's fun. I mean, there's a story idea I've got brewing in my head. He doesn't even know the full details of the story. And he's like, alright, well, you know, if you said it, do it after this episode, and, you know, well, yeah, that'll be a perfectly fine aspect to use in that story there. And I'm like, yeah, cool, thank you. That is support. That's the kind of support you want. And that kind of support can help make you, well, positive support can make you help who you are. And I suppose you could make the argument that negativity of some kind, and I know I said before that I don't consider emotions necessarily to be positive or negative, but there are ways of being treated. You know, if you're constantly, if you've got a person who's got constantly told you're gold, and you've got another person who's constantly told you're a piece of poop, which one do you think is going to be the more confident person? Which one do you think is going to be, you know, the more outgoing, you know, the more... Now obviously, Mr. Gold could develop a bit of an ego problem, and, you know, Mr. Poop could develop an inferiority complex or whatever. Maybe being constantly told you're poop would make, you know, this person say, you know what, screw you, I'm going to prove you wrong. And maybe they could say that the person who kept calling them poop, it was a big influence on them because they made them stronger and want to prove them wrong. And so that's not necessarily a bad thing. So yeah, somewhat negative influences can be forces for good change. But I do think you know, it takes a lot more effort. If you are constantly being told you're awesome and keep going and what you're doing is great, then you're going to respond better to that, and you'll respond quicker to that than saying, oh, you're poop. I mean, I could give you an example. When himself says, oh, you never want to do anything I want to do. Like, oh, all you do is sit and play on your computer. I try to be creative. I try and do creative hobbies and projects. I've shown you them before. But, and then when he'll get up and he'll like look at all the stuff on the side, like, instead of being like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, that looks interesting. Oh, what's that? It'll be more like, excuse me. Sometimes it's that, and sometimes it's like, oh, you can put that away. You can't help when you finish. Yeah, it's gone away, isn't it? Like, not even, oh, what are you doing? Just a simple what you're doing will make a huge difference. So yeah, the lack of confidence in myself and for other reasons. Erin has done a lot more in a way shorter time to help me get over all those confidence issues, all those, you know, and I'm not saying, you know, other people like Adam have obviously been there for me and been supportive and helpful, and you know, in the ways that they can, just being a support system. But in how he said it, the way with our interactions, yeah, in a lot of ways Erin is kind of more responsible for who I am. But you cannot say that one person made you who you are today. You can't say only one person is responsible for who you are. Unless, for some reason, you grew up in complete isolation and only ever knew one person, you are the product of all the people you know. I've always said that. I mean, I've had this theory that every person you meet has a piece of your life. They have that moment in time. Whether it's your best friend since you were 4, or the person you spoke to for 5 minutes on the bus stop, and you own that piece of them. It's not like you physically owning them or anything, but that is a moment that you have shared that nobody else is part of. And yeah, so it's, everyone has an influence on you. And you know, that 5-minute encounter at the bus stop could have been the one thing that completely turned around a rotten day. You know, you could have been having a really minging day, that everything went bad, and then someone could say, oh, cool bag. Oh, I like your hair thing. Oh, yeah, that's an interesting badge you're wearing. Just something. Oh, your hair looks pretty. Anything. So, you know what? Obviously, my parents, I love my parents. Obviously, he himself has had influence on who I am, and, you know, you can't dispute, you know, dismiss the influence he's had on me or in my life, obviously. And Adam has been a, you know, big powerful force and a very supportive friend for a very long time, and I love him to pieces as well. But if I was to say one person who made me today, as in this person right here who is talking to a camera to upload it to YouTube, yeah, that would probably be Aaron. So there you go. There's that. I still can't find my bit of paper, but it's at Phoenix11 on Twitter, PHEONIX11. Tumblr, same, without the at, but I don't tend to use it very often. Yeah, and obviously I'm on YouTube, with a subscription button, and comments sections, and thumbs up buttons, so feel free to use any of those. That'd be very cool of you. But yeah, thank you for watching. I've been Michelle, you've been listening, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.